And now, you are listening to the Team Heel podcast, live, brought to you by Spreadshirt.com, with Heel Steven, Non-Legit Wrestling, OKFabe, and Chase Oliver, ready to shoot the shit with each and every one of you live.
You want to know what the saddest sound in the world? When your cup of Wendy's soda is running empty. Yeah, that's right. That is the saddest sound in the world. When you're drinking a cup of soda from Wendy's or McDonald's, wherever it may be, and you hear this sound. That is, honestly, my opinion, the saddest sound in the world. Makes you want to get a refill. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 167 of the TEAMHEEL podcast, live here on YouTube.com on my YouTube channel. Thank you all tonight for tuning in live. If you're new to the podcast, new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Give us a big old thumbs up. Share it through social media. Facebook, Twitter, what have you. MySpace, if you still use MySpace, or even if you use High Five. Do people even still use High Five? I just wonder. But yeah, any social media you know, share to spread the word. If you want to go the extra mile to support this podcast and this channel, head over to patreon.com/TEAMHEEL podcast to show your support, what have you. But nonetheless, guys, this podcast is also available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, SoundCloud, and also over at Google Play Music for downloads also as well. And as always, guys, I am your host, the fat fuck himself, the one they call Heel, Steven. Yay! And I'm here joined by the host of the Post-Raw Rundown, the host of the SmackDown Rebound from OneWrestling.com, the one himself. Okay, Fabe. It's Connor from Okay, Fabe.
Yo.
How are you, Connor?
I'm hanging in there.
It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, isn't it?
It's a tiring day in the neighborhood.
I'll
be totally honest with you. It's been stressful and exhausting those last couple of days. But yeah,
here we are.
It'll be fun.
Here we are. A lot of things have been going down this week. I have this new job. So I got a new job with UPS at the airport. So literally now, the feeling of getting up early as fuck in the morning, I'm talking like 4 a.m, almost, is crazy. Which should make me realize that I should appreciate my sleep. But nonetheless, here I am.
Dude, I did it for 2 years at Starbucks. Not fun.
4 a.m?
Yeah.
Damn. So you had the
I'd have to be awake at 3:30 and be at the store by 4:30.
Damn. That's crazy, dude.
That's why I cherish my job right now.
I believe. No, but the thing is, here's the thing about it though. The new job, it's not like I'm there from like 9 to like 12 or anything like that, or from like 5 to like 1 or anything like that. That'll be brutal in my opinion. Or from like 5 to 6. I'm there from like 5 to 9, or if anything, I'm out before 9 a.m. So in itself, it's good, I guess. But nonetheless, I do value now my sleep when I come home. And I just hit my knee on my fucking drawer here, the little pointy thing. But that's around the point. Like I said, there's a lot of things going on this week in the world of wrestling. No Mercy is this Sunday, dude. No Mercy.
Yeah, I can't wait.
No Mercy. Which I think, honestly, like you, going to be a very good show. I do believe it's going to be a good show. I can't wait. SmackDown Live's second pay-per-view from the brand extension, from their brand special, right? Should be very exciting. And I think also the fact that SmackDown Live are bringing back these old school classic pay-per-views that all have been wanting to see come back, like No Mercy, Backlash. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up getting Judgment Day.
That one sounds a little pushing their luck. But yeah, I know it's kind of cool. I think I said this in my predictions video that if if No Mercy is anything, I think half the reason people are so pumped for No Mercy because of how good Backlash was, and it showed that even though SmackDown is the B show and the B brand, and even though they have half the roster that Raw does, they put on a kick-ass show. Like honestly, I've seen people say Backlash is one of the best shows of the year. I'm like, wow, that's saying something, and it's kind of cool to see that. We got World of Rich live with us in the chat. What's going on, Rich?
We also got Draven G in the chat as well. What's up, guys? Thank you all for tuning into the chat. But about what we're saying, though, No Mercy, SmackDown Live, they're kicking ass right now. And I'm looking at the beautiful poster of Miz and Maryse. I mean, it's great to see. It's good to see how Maryse has elevated the Miz. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was kind of weird when we saw her come out at
in Dallas.
But
it's all for the better. Like, honestly, I think right now he has become one of the top mid-card heels of that company right now.
The second he loses the IC title, he should instantly go for. I said this in the review too, in the preview video. He should instantly go for the world title once he loses the Intercontinental. He's just such a. He knows how to get heat. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Exactly, dude. Absolutely. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go through our predictions here, because I know I could have done this in the video, but here I am, give my predictions on this. We'll talk about some TNA, take some live calls, and after that, play some music and take it to bed. How about that, guys? So I look at the card here. I'm looking at the card. There are 8 matches if you want to count the pre-show match. I'm not sure if all of you are going to be watching that, but the pre-show match on the WWE Network will be Jack Swagger and Baron Corbin going at it. Which honestly, I'm I'm entertained by this feud. I really am. You know what I mean? Jack Swagger coming to SmackDown from being on Raw, being in obscurity, being on SmackDown finally, and honestly, I don't know why this is not on the main card. This could easily be put on the main card. If it was up to me, I would put, I don't know. Here's the thing, though. What match would you substitute with, though, if you were to put this match on the main card?
If Nikki Carmella.
Oh, we can't do that to the star of Total Bella.
Honestly, the only reason it's on the pre-show is because it's the least built up.
That is true.
It's really all there is to it.
The least built up. So I think it'll be a very good match on their pre-show. Probably one of the best pre-show matches we'll see in a long time. Could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that either. But I'm gonna go with Baron Corbin. I think it's good to see the young talent go over here.
No, I think Baron Corbin should win. If anything, it'll continue the feud between him and Swagger, which is kind of like the real like win-win in my book, you know. So I'm all for that, to be honest with you. Like, I'm all for this to keep going because like with you, I'm pumped that Swagger's on SmackDown. I am pumped Swagger is on SmackDown because, you know, everyone's like, oh, he hasn't done shit. Yeah, well, at least he's fucking doing something and he's on television now. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You know, we the people. I mean, think about that. He came out there. Honestly, hopefully they give him the Intercontinental title. Is that asking too much? Like, is that like a reach?
Let's get some victories on television first, and then we'll talk.
I agree. But nonetheless, though, I think it should be a very good match. And I just can't wait to see Jack Swagger and Baron Corbin going at it in Ring of Con. We also have Wrestling with Reality here. The Miz is a top 10. It's a top 10 heel of all time, especially when you consider how hard is it to get heat in today's business.
That's very true. That is very true.
Didn't really cross my mind. It didn't really hit me when he did that, but I agree with that too. I really do. So very, very good. Okay, after this we have here Kurt Hawk is making his return to WWE, formerly known as Brian Myers on the Independents. Versus to be determined. I think it's safe to say it'll be Apollo Crews.
What? No.
Or you don't think? Okay. Because of this, as you know, right? Fucking Braun Strowman, Nia Jax on Raw. They've been getting these, jobber squash matches. Do you see them bringing some local jobber to get squashed by Kurt Hawkins?
It'd be funny if it was Grimm.
That would be funny as hell.
That would be hilarious.
And making his way to the ring, Toy Store, Grimm. Okay, they can't say the name unless you know what I mean.
No, they can't. The tough call. I would say Fandango.
You think so?
Yeah, it's a safe bet.
I mean, what if they brought out Tyler Breeze or
Yeah,
was
one or
that
the other.
John Eisenworth, whatever?
Kalisto. But my point is that they obviously have. I think they obviously have plans for,
Kurt Hawkins.
for Apollo Crews. So why would you?
Yeah,
Why
that
would
is
you
true.
get? You know what I
That
mean?
is true. That is true. That is very true. But at the same time, though, they really haven't done much with them, unless given that
I agree.
spelling gimmick like APOLLO.
Yeah,
Cruz.
spelling bee bastard.
The spelling bee champion. God damn. Honestly, yo, what they should do, I'd bring. On ESPN they have that spelling bee competition, right? They should literally have him be there for like an appearance.
Jeez.
Can you imagine that?
No.
The spelling bee champion. Draven G, anyone else think Apollo should turn heel soon? I agree. I mean, eventually though, would you agree with that?
Don't rush the shit because like, dude, he's the whitest meat baby face you've ever seen. Like, no, not immediately.
He's a sweetheart. You know what I mean? He's a sweetheart. He's a kind.
He's got that baby face smile.
He's that guy that you would not be afraid of if you saw him nearby you at an ATM machine. All right.
That's a bit bold.
I know. So after this, we have Nikki Bella versus Carmella in a singles match. You'd assume that Nikki Bella has to get a win.
No, I disagree.
Eventually. Think about this, right? She's been losing.
Oh, eventually, yes, but no, I think
I say it because she's been getting pinned by Carmella in all these tag team matches on SmackDown. So you figure, okay, they'll throw her a bone here. It'll be like a lucky roll-up pin, you know what I mean? Like something out of the ass, if you will. But that's what I see happening. What about you, brother?
I think Carmella's going to cheat to win because they're going to continue this thing.
The old the old fancy foot on the rope thing, or foot on the bottom rope, pulling
like
the
it's
underwear.
Been overplayed lately. I don't know if it's just me.
I think so.
Yeah, something along those lines. Cheap way to win, basically, is long story short. So
exactly. After this, we have Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. But yeah, nonetheless, I want to say Bray Wyatt win. I really do. But at this point in juncture, I mean, do you really see Bray Wyatt going over here? The God?
As I pour myself another drink because I have the drink to talk about this subject. Problem is that, you know what? Fuck it. Bray's buried. I hate saying that and I hate being negative about this, but Bray's fucking buried. And it's not his fault, and I don't know what the hell it is. WWE must have this weird complex with Bray Wyatt that he does not need a victory in order to stay over. And for the early part of his career, he really didn't. I'll be the first one to admit, like, he didn't need a win to get over.
Even WrestleMania 30?
That would have been the most ideal situation for him to get over, but no, I mean that just kind of put him back in his place and realized who's the face that runs the place.
The champ that runs the camp.
The guy that tends to cry, whatever. Bray needs this victory more than Orton does. Orton can take a loss and still be a major important character. Clearly, because he got his ass handed to him at SummerSlam, and he's still aggressive. But Bray has not done. If you look back at all of Bray's major matches and major rivalries, he's lost them all. I can't think. Can you think of one where he's come out like he's had wins? It's not that he hasn't won at pay-per-views. He clearly has.
Against Daniel Bryan, Rumble 2014.
Did he win that match?
I remember that was the opening match of the night, and he beat Bryan. That was probably the only best match I've seen out of Bray Wyatt.
And that's the only one. That's the only one I can think of. He's come out on top. He's feuded with Undertaker and lost. He's feuded with John Cena and lost. And I'm not talking like not in general, but I'm talking like down the road, like at the end when this all is said and done. Cena, Taker, Brock for a very brief amount of time. He's lost all his major feuds, and it's just like give this guy a fucking bone for God's sakes. Like,
yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
Like, and it sucks because I am in love with the character. I love the character. I love the potential of the character. A cult-like crazy man who has like these blind followers that could lead. There's so much you could do with that, especially in a PG era where everything's kind of cookie cutter in a lot of ways. He's a very unique character and he stands out. He's not an Undertaker. He's not like it's very different, and he can speak very well. Granted, most of it is utter nonsense, but it's in captivating and it draws you in.
Exactly.
And it really sucks that someone as good as him is being put like on the back burner. He didn't have a match at SummerSlam, but yet he was featured as the top heel of the brand. Go figure.
I'm reading the comments here. By Draven G, they should have him beat up people very aggressively, but have him smile while he does it. Do you think Sister Abigail is going to debut? I don't know. I think if anything, you save Sister Abigail for a big pay-per-view. I say Survivor Series.
I think eventually you will see the physical embodiment of Sister Abigail. By the way, shout out to What Culture. They did a video about how Sister Abigail should debut. And very well booked. I'm not going to spoil it. Go check it out. Very well done, though. Very, very well done.
Now
that what's that?
No, go on.
But yeah, Sister Abigail needs to debut. In fact, I think Bray Wyatt's even alluded to, that being happening down the road soon. So
yeah, they're very creative, by the way. Shout out to World Culture. Shout outs to them. Now that we're in the mention of shout out, I'm gonna give a shout out to Solid Monster. His birthday was yesterday. So
he retweeted you, I saw.
Yeah, he retweeted. Yeah, exactly. One of my favorite podcasters in the game today. So yeah, if you guys haven't, show him some love at Solid Monster, and there you go. Then we have here, moving on here, the Intercontinental Championship match, where if Dolph Ziggler loses, he must retire. Honestly. This should be the co-main event. I know it won't, because I feel like, again, to be championship matches should co-main event and main event, in my opinion. But obviously, that never happens. But this could easily be the main event to some extent. You know what I mean? Miz versus Dolph Ziggler, like I said, where if Dolph doesn't win, he has to go away. And if you guys watch SmackDown, they had him. They brought back. Fucking Mikey and some other guy from the Spirit Squad. Oh, Kenny, there you go.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Exactly, dude. That was fucking weird. It was random. Apparently, they couldn't get everyone. Apparently, one of them.
No shit.
Apparently, one of them is in Israel. Like he got religious and shit. Honestly, if I was that, I'd keep the Spirit Squad. I'd keep them around.
Why?
I don't know. I'll just keep them around. That's just me. I don't know, for squashes, some shit like that. Or if anything, hey, if NXT needed more tag team for the Dusty Classic.
No, but can we talk about that later? Because that looks fucking amazing.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later. So after this, again, this match though, Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Intercontinental Championship. Do you think it's the finale for? The show will be off for the show off the Miz. It'll be Dolph Ziggler. I'm sorry. You think so?
Yeah, it's over.
Wow, dude.
It's kind of cold to say it that way, but yeah, I think he's done. I think Ziggler's looking on to greener pastures, and I can't blame him in some respects. I really can't. I think, kudos and
You think we'll be hearing, what is Nick Nemeth doing in the Impact Zone? Or
no, I don't think he's going to go to TNA. I think that's a whole other conversation. And I mean that in a good way. But no, I think this is it for Ziggler. He's alluded to not wanting to do other things in the future, so it makes sense that he would kind of bow out graciously. What better way to go,
Or maybe we'll see what is Nick Nemeth doing at a Final Battle? I don't know, or Nick. I'm sure from New Japan. I don't know.
See, TNA's not in a smart position to bring in another person right now. It's not the answer to their problems. Is my point.
Um, I think I can read the comments here. By who was it? Where was it? Where is it? Where the comment at? Here to go. But World of Rich. I think Ziggler's losing. He won't have Miz. They won't have Miz lose this soon. I can agree with that. Solo Monsters. Cool. Hey guy by Dory. Hey guys, just dropping in to have a great show. Back to my editing. Okay, back to your editing. It is. WWE TNA talk. I see Ziggler winning the IC title at No Mercy. Cody Collar. I like Ziggler, but I can't get invested in him anymore because of how he was booked in 2015 and early this year. WWE TNA talk. WWE wants Ziggler to work backstage in WWE.
So that's the other thing I heard too. Was they want him into an agent role. I
do the grapevine.
Huh?
Through the grapevine.
Through the grapevine. I see no benefit of Miz winning the IC title. And I mean that with all due respect.
Miz?
I mean, I'm sorry, Ziggler. Ziggler. I see no benefit of Ziggler winning the Intercontinental Championship. Zippo. None.
Could be very well, man. I can see that. I really, really can. But I mean, honestly, at this point, I think Miz is gonna win by hook, by crook. You know what I mean? Roll up, or maybe another. You think about it though. If Miz is gonna win, I don't want to see that spray bottle again, or a little. You know what I mean? I don't want to see that. I just don't.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like
best heat. It's old school. It's like it's 80s like gimmicky. It's Fuji with the.
It's Rick Martel with arrogance. I know, but I feel like they should have saved that.
Stuff.
They should have saved that for this, though. I think, in my opinion, because they did it way too soon. They should have saved that with the spray.
I can agree. I can give you that. I can give you that they did it a little too early.
Because what's the logo? What's the if you look at the poster for No Mercy, what's the one thing that you see besides Miz and Maurice? A perfume bottle or cologne bottle. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what they should have done. You know what I mean? But that's just me, of course. Then we have here Heath Slater and Rhino versus the Uso for the Tag Team Championships. The SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. I think it's time for the Uso to hold the belts.
Say what?
The Uso needs to win the belts.
Why the hell would you take them off of it?
I don't know. I just get the feeling that they are. Because eventually, eventually, the plan is for American Alpha to chase for the titles, and who come on, you gotta chase them after heels though.
Correct. I completely agree with that. I'm not saying that they shouldn't win the championships. I just think not now.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're going with Heath Slater and Rhino and Heath's kids.
Yes. Because because here's the other thing I think too, and again I've mentioned this before. I think you can pretty much agree with me on this one. When Slater and Rhino lose the belts, they're done as a team.
Rhino gonna spear him, gore him,
I don't know about that, but they're gonna be done as a team.
Go back to politics, maybe. So I agree with that. I can agree.
That's my big take on it. Is that the second that the second they lose the belts, in my opinion, I could be wrong on this, but the second they lose the belts, they're done as a team.
Kaputski.
Yeah.
They're done. It's over. It's over. Which we'll get into also in a little bit too. So okay, fair enough. Then we have what I know is Elena Nicole's favorite match of the night, Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss. And I know for a fact that if Alexa Bliss does not win the SmackDown Championship, the SmackDown Women's Championship, Elena will go to a fucking flip. We can agree on that, right? You want to see angry Elena?
No, well,
if y'all want to see angry Elena, y'all better hope that Alexa Bliss doesn't win. Either way, it's a win-win for all of us. Don't get me wrong, but there you go. Which, by the way, guys, go check out Elena Nicole's new Monday night podcast, the Elena's Raw After Party, which is live after Monday Night Raw on her YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
You see some familiar faces and familiar outfits. Yay!
Just saying.
So, I'll be honest. I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch here. I'm gonna go with Becky.
I'm gonna disagree.
You think so?
It's a bold prediction, but I think
Alexa?
I think Alexa just for the chase, if for nothing else.
Honestly, now that you mention that, I can see that. Cause don't get me wrong, I like Becky Lynch. I like Becky Lynch all you want, but let's be real about it. She is out of the three women, out of Sasha, Charlotte, and Becky, right? She is the Dean Ambrose of the three. Where, hey, you want her to chase for the title. You want her to have that moment where she's close to win the title.
Right.
But when she has the belt, it's like, all right, yay. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with Alexa Bliss. I changed my pick.
That was fast.
Yeah, I don't want Lynn to kick my ass after, so there you go.
Of course not.
Exactly.
Of course not. That's just business.
So we're going to have Harley Quinn, or Alexa Bliss get the win here, and yay. Hopefully. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens here, because again, one thing is what we want, another thing is what creative will do. So there you go. Then we have the main event of the evening for the WWE World Championship triple threat match. The champion, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose and John Cena. The question is, will John Cena finally be a 16-time world champion?
Hell no.
You know what's funny? Speaking of John Cena, I don't know if you saw this video, but someone did like an animated prank call of someone calling, and it was John Cena. It's John Cena. And it's funny.
No, I've seen that a bunch of times. I saw the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers one recently, which I thought was hilarious.
No. But what they did, they had some radio show call this lady, and when the guy was like, "It's John Cena," and the theme song will play. Check him out this week's summer slam or power slam, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
And then she would hang up. He'd call back. It's mad funny. They bring in Nikki Bella, and it's an animated cartoon. It's funny as shit.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
But this match though, I think we can all agree here. AJ Styles will walk in and walk out #and still the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Because let's be real about it. Cena's on his way out to do some movies, to film probably a next season of American Gridiron Gang. What the fuck that show called? What was that show called again? American Grit, right?
I have no idea.
American Grit. All I know is a low-rated show that apparently Fox wants to bring back. Dean Ambrose is, I don't know, hopefully Survivor Series comes real fast so they can bring back the Shield. I think, again, the pick is to go with AJ Styles. That is the way to go right now. That is the way to go. What do you think?
No, I agree. I think AJ's on the top of his game, and him being the top heel of SmackDown right now, I think it would just be stupid at this point to take the belt off of him, because Cena's taking time off, and I don't think putting the belt back on Dean's a smart move.
Absolutely.
So booyah, bitches.
Absolutely. But yeah, that is No Mercy 2016.
Yeah,
Hopefully you all enjoy it. Hopefully you guys get have fun with it, enjoy it, watch it, and again enjoy the fact that WWE, they're bringing back these classical pay-per-views that we haven't seen in a long. Hopefully their next pay-per-view should be, it's gonna be TLC, right? It's gonna be TLC to my understanding.
So it's Hell in a Cell in the end of October, Survivor Series in November, then it's TLC for SmackDown, Roadblock for Raw.
All right. Okay, so so that should be fun. All right, so Connor, I know you want to get to NXT, so let's get into this whole tag team classic real quick.
Cool.
Let's get into it.
I mean, my big thing is, and I don't know all the names off the top of my head, or all the teams off the top of my head, but the NXT Tag Team Classic is just on paper looking to be absolutely fantastic. Between the teams participating, the fact that they've pulled in a good chunk of guys from the Cruiserweight Classic, I mean, it's looking to be nuts.
Kota Ibushi and Hideo Itami. You have Glorious 10. You have isn't Drew Gulak in this tournament as well?
He is. I believe he's teaming with Tony Nese.
Yeah, those guys. You have apparently, you had Cien Almas and Cedric Alexander until Cien Almas turned on Cedric Alexander.
Yep.
You have Hon Ho Lu and some other Chinese guy that they brought in from China.
Yep.
I apologize if I found another name. We have also again, DIY team do it
Well,
yourself.
let's talk about the big one. Let's talk about the big elephant
The revival.
No. Well, revival, Ciampa and Gargano obviously in there, but the big one
Glorious
that
10.
huh?
Glorious 10.
Nope. Spoiler alert, folks. Spoiler alert.
Oh, Austin Aries and Roderick Strong.
Yeah, that.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be some shit. That's gonna be some sick shit right there.
Bring
If
it
they
back to
legitimately kept them together as a tag team.
Oh yes.
Shit, right. You know what I mean? If you kept Austin Aries and Roderick Strong together as a tag team.
Shit, bring it to the main roster. Be epic.
No. Not even that. Can you imagine a triple threat between Revival, Ciampa, Gargano, and Austin Aries and Roderick Strong?
That would be epic.
Cheers.
Shut up and take my money.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up and take my money. All right, now we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
Let's get some TNA
I'm just saying
talk.
I'm curious to see where it's going to go. Nothing but good things. Last year's Tag Team Classic was awesome. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, so now let's get some TNA talk here.
Lovely.
Oh boy, yeah, so this past Sunday was TNA's WrestleMania, Bound for Glory, or some people were calling it Bound for Bankruptcy. Why? I just don't know why they were calling it that, but overall, I got to watch the pay-per-view. I know, Connor, you did as well. You watched it late, though, because you had things going on. But I thought overall, on paper, the card looked stacked. We're not going to review the show. We're not going to do that, because I reviewed it already on my channel. If you haven't checked that out, go check it out and see the 6 dislikes that I got by TNA fanboys, but that's around the point. The point of the matter is this. Overall, the card looked stacked on paper. Despite what you were hearing on the internet about it not happening or not, what have you, it ended up happening.
Duh.
And all that being said, this was supposed to be their WrestleMania. This, again, was a solid show. It's better than last year's, better than the shit they did in Japan, better than, I would even say, 2013. That is when AJ beat Bully Ray. Remember that, when they broke the ring, what have you, right? Mm-hmm. AJ took that sick bump on the announce table from the springboard. This, again, was a stacked card, all you want. But this, to me, felt like a solid 3-hour episode of Impact.
Yeah, it was... We've seen what they were capable of as far as making Bound for Glory look like a WrestleMania. And they can do a pretty damn good job of it when they do so, even if it's in the Impact Zone. But, I mean, they I think, all things considered, they put together the best card that they could for the year. Let's be fair. I think they did a good job building up the card.
You think it was better than Summerversary, though? You think it was better than Summerversary?
In some regards, yes.
Okay.
In some regards, yes. Because, to me, there was a lot of uncertainty. There was a lot of things that were not foundations yet. The only thing I really liked about Slammiversary as far as like solid like build was, I think, EC3 and Bennett was really the big thing that I liked from Slammiversary. As far as like something that's, because I'm sorry, but Galloway and Lashley, the build for that was just off.
But the match was weird. But the match was good though. The match itself.
I'm not taking anything away from the match, but it was off because you have to understand where things came from, and like the pay-per-views came from. Like the last time we had a pay-per-view was the Bound for Glory prior, and we had like Matt Hardy and EC3. Like so much had changed in that 6-month span. Which, by the way, that's something I will say. If TNA is able to do this, financially able to do this, I would bring back Lockdown as an actual paid pay-per-view. Just throwing that out there.
And I agree with that. I did. I'm botching right now. What the hell wrong with me? I said this in my review. If it was up to me, I would have had Bound for Glory as a 3-hour special on Pop TV. I know they can't do that because I know they have some, they have a contract with the pay-per-view distributors, what have you. But if it was up to me, I would have done the 3-hour special live that is, on Pop TV. That's what I would have done. To be fair, because
you gotta keep Bound for Glory, even if Bound for Glory is not as good as other ones in the past. you have to have your big grandiose stage for the year, even if it's not as good compared to
And I agree.
the past.
And I agree with you on that. I think, again, this pay-per-view itself, again, solid show. No one's taking anything. And I want people to understand this, especially the TNA apologists or the TNA Mecca, lovers, what have you. They'll probably be listening to this. And again, no one's saying this pay-per-view was bad. No one's saying that. It was a solid 3-hour it was a solid pay-per-view that felt like 3 hours of Impact.
You almost said like it was a solid 3-hour Impact.
Yeah, because it was. That's what it felt like, with maybe 1 or 2 good matches. Like, okay, the X Division match, fine, what have you. It would have been Ultimate X, to be honest. Eli Drake winning the Bound for Gold was great. I love that. Eli Drake. I'm saying it right now. By Summerversary, if they even have it or not, he needs to be facing for the world title. Or be in that picture already, in my opinion.
Well, that's the nice thing, is that they have time to build him up for it.
Exactly. What else we had here? Bennett and Moose, I thought was a good match, but felt random at the same time. Like something you would have seen in Ring of Honor many years. It felt like something I seen in Ring of Honor, if you will. Gail Kim going into the Hall of Fame, the ceremony I liked. He brought in Awesome Kong, you brought in Terrence Terrell, you brought in Christy Hemme, you had that nostalgia, if you will. They put that video package where you had Dixie Carter, Billy Corgan, Simon Diamond talk. I thought that was great, awesome. The ceremony itself, great, awesome as well. She won the knockout title, which we all kind of saw coming. Let's be real about it here, okay? Name you one a good match you see from Maria Kanellis. Let's be real about it here. Let's keep it 100. After that, we saw Cody and Brandy Rose come out. They had, Cody hit Beautiful Disaster on Mike Bennett, so you know where that's going, which I'm looking forward to seeing. They had a good segment on Impact this past Thursday on Pop. What else happened here? The Great War. The Great War. Which I thought was fucking all over the fucking place. It was all over the place, but it was good though.
Of course the Hardy's Decay was taped beforehand. It had to be.
It had to be. Absolutely. My only critique of that match, there was no Senior Benjamin. That was my only critique.
We had the truck driver, which I thought was absolutely hilarious.
The truck driver. You had Jeff Hardy's. We had Willow come back. You had Vanguard 1.
Just so good.
Which was good. And then you had the main event of the evening. The main event, which I thought overall an okay match, but I seen them have better matches in the past.
EC3 should have won, in my opinion.
I agree with that, because in case you guys don't know, so as you all know, there were talks of whether or not would TNA have their event, what's going to happen, who are going to provide the funds. Now, Bobby Lashley had an interview with ESPN. Now, apparently they even asked him, Connor, you have the transcript there, right? You have the whole transcript there.
Yeah, basically they asked him, as you prepare for Sunday's pay-per-view, how difficult it's been as a performer knowing the uncertainty regarding TNA's future. And he said, if anything changes, I'm still training for my flight, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, so, if anything changes, I'll just switch gears and drive down to Coconut Creek, and I'll go to do some training and work down there. So it's really not a big deal to me. So he kind of brushed off, saying he doesn't give a shit if Bound for Glory happened or not.
Exactly. So I agree. With that being said, again, your world champion saying, in a nutshell, he doesn't care if it happens or not. If that alone, he should have lost. However, I thought that the spear off the middle rope was good, but to me, EC3 should have won. But again, when your world champion says that, come on, I know. So then, again, it felt like it was a 3-hour episode of Impact. Solid pay-per-view, by the way, though. Then we get to Impact, literally yesterday, which, again, that was pre-taped, happened on Monday. The internet broke when they said that Eddie Edwards won the TNA World title.
Yep.
And Connor burped there. His reaction there, the burp. Overall, I said this before, I'll say it again. I'll keep on saying this. To me, Eddie Edwards is the unsolved mystery piece to the Wolves, or the American Wolves, whatever you want to call them. I'm happy for him. Don't get me the fuck wrong. I think he deserves it, to an extent. I know a lot of you out there are like, oh, what the fuck? Why can I have him beat Lash? Doesn't make sense. But it goes back to what I said on Facebook a couple hours ago, or early in the day when I was going to work in the morning. This is what happens when you're Bobby Lashley, you're the world champion, you go on ESPN, and you tell the world that, in a nutshell, you don't give a fuck if the show happens or not. That's the punishment. You lose to Eddie Edwards. And I just hope, for TNA's sake, dear TNA, do not make this Chris Sabin all over again. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, no shit. But want to take some calls?
Yeah, let's take some calls. But also, there were talks about the sale going on, what have you. They found someone to fund TNA. I gotta say this overall. Dixie Carter has to be given some good ass head. She has to. Come on, think about. You know what I mean?
Lays there good.
Exactly, or just lazy there or something. But apparently, it's bound to happen though. Like, here's the thing about it, there's talks of apparently WWE wanting to only buy the library only, and Billy wants to just buy TNA. There were talks that it was gonna happen. This past was in Monday or Tuesday that they're gonna go buy the library, and everyone went crazy about it. Bob Ryder went out there and broke. Oh, it's not true. Don't listen to reliable sources. And again, that's Bob Ryder, to each their own, right? Right? Chubby Ryder. Again, the good thing about it, right? If I'm Billy Corgan, you know Corgan gonna buy the company, right? Fire Chubby Ryder.
Bam.
We got to call her. 916. What's up? You on the air? What up?
Hey, it's your boy Dave Sack. What's going on, guys?
What up, Sacky boy? How you doing?
No, I'm still contemplating, man. I get paid this weekend, and I'm unsure if I'm going to No Mercy or not.
Dude, I'd go for it.
I'd go for it, dude.
Even if it's a cheap sheet, fuck it.
It's tough because it's a new arena, so everything is going to be super expensive. But at the same time, later this month, they're also airing NXT in a smaller venue here in Sacramento.
Ooh.
So it's either NXT and guaranteed on the card, Nakamura, Bobby Roode, and Asuka, or cheap seats all the way up in the nosebleed section, last minute, No Mercy.
NXT.
Yeah.
So
I'm probably just going to stick with NXT, but it's still up in the air. I might just do like a little get-together with some friends and get a whole bunch of snacks or whatever. But
there
you
go.
guys did your predictions and stuff, and I just want to throw out a few things because I heard some news over the past 2 or 3 months that people are getting closer to clearing to come back, and I don't think they're going to keep Tamina on the same brand as Nia Jax.
I don't think so either. I think Tamina. Go on. My bad. My apologies. I apologize, dude. Go on. Damn it! I keep doing this. I don't know why.
No, I was just saying. The only reason I bring her up is because it's. I mean, we've kind of gotten the basis of the women's division of who's who on SmackDown, and they got a good one. Don't get me wrong. But that would be like, I don't want to say the Nia Jax presence of SmackDown, but it would be an interesting test. And you guys said you guys are kind of in the position of, okay, well, let's go with Alexa Bliss, you know, Becky Lynch. A part of me wants to see it happen, but this is the first title defense at a pay-per-view for Becky. So I'm not really feeling it. You know, it's like drop it at this soon, and I wouldn't mind if literally right after the match I see Tamina. Because I hate to say it, and I hate to say it, but I think it's going to happen. You got to build up a few contenders for the Becky Lynch, and then that feud gets to come back, and who should drop the belt to? Eva Marie.
I don't know about that. I mean, I can see Tamina being a bodyguard, but I really wouldn't know.
No, she's already done that. I think that I think having her on SmackDown would be a smart idea, because then even when you got Eva Marie coming back, you've rounded out the women's division with 8. So I mean that's at least a decent start for the SmackDown women's division. So definitely, I don't think Tamina needs to be a body. I would not use Tamina as a bodyguard. I would maybe pair her back with the Usos, not as a valet, but just to kind of get that thing, or to be totally honest with you, if you're gonna team her up with somebody, I would even go so far as to team her up with Natalya, have the whole like women in wrestling history like lineage team going, and have the two
That
of
could
them be
work.
buddy. I would be fine with that, but I definitely would not keep Tamina as like a valet or a
No, I'm
manager
not
or
even saying that.
bodyguard.
I'm just
No.
saying having her in the title picture next to mine after Alexa Bliss.
No, actually, like I was mentioning earlier, I don't know if you heard. I would say put the belt on Bliss because Becky needs the chase. She have Alexa Bliss cheat to win the championship, and then you play this whole story of how Becky like overcame the odds, and she's only been a champion for a month, and now she's chasing Bliss back for the championship. Plus, I mean, it would create I think it would create an interesting story because then you
could, and I agree. I would agree. However, this is the first title defense for this belt creation.
So
That's the problem. And so it's like if you just put the belt on someone and it's like this is a fresh new belt, do you really want them to drop it in 1 month?
yes, because it would create an interesting story. Because that way, whoever beats Alexa Bliss for the championship, it makes it that more intriguing. Hell, here's what I would do if you want to be completely honest, and I don't want to take too much of time. Have Alexa Bliss win the championship, and then boom, 4-way for the belt at Survivor Series, and throw in Carmella and Nikki Bella.
Exactly. Go back to what we were saying earlier, though. To me, and again, I think Becky's beautiful. She's talented, all you want. But she's like the Dean Ambrose of Charlotte, Sasha, and Becky. She's the Dean Ambrose where you want to see her chase for the belt, be close to win the belt. But once she wins the belt, it's like,
So in other words, it's just like Bayley.
I guess. But I think with Bayley, people want to get behind her because they want to see the moment. And then...
Yeah, I know, but you know how bland she became when she became champion? Nobody really... Like, she lost her...
You'd be surprised.
You'd
be surprised that people wanted to see her beat Nia Jax. She did. People wanted to see her win in the rematch against Sasha in that Iron Woman match. She did. People wanted to see her, I guess... not really me. I wanted Asuka beat the fuck out of her, and that happened in Dallas and happened in Brooklyn. But other than that, you know what I mean? People wanted to beat the fuck out of Eva Marie.
Yeah, everybody wanted to see that.
Right.
Another match you guys talk about, because I don't want to give my full-on predictions, but this is just something interesting I thought about. You guys brought up the Usos versus Slater and Rhino. I know it's a minor match on the card and everything, but I'm with you guys on Slater and Rhino retaining. But the team to beat them, I don't want it to be the Usos, but I know that eventually they're going to want to put the belts on American Alpha. But to do that, you got to have a heel team beat a face team, So I'm just throwing this out there because I think it might just be time for them to do this with this guy. Bray Wyatt just needs to go into the tag team division. Him and Eric Rowan. Just put the belts on them because it's like Luke Harper just went to Raw. And
not official yet.
I mean, he came back at a house show, and I don't know if they announced his draft, his spot of where he went during the whole draft show and post show, or whatever. But it's just like if you can't team up Luke Harper with Eric Rowan, they got to do something with Bray. And I saw that thing What Culture did, and that was genius. I'm not going to spoil it either. But it's just like if you can't do that, the least you can do is use them as a transitional tag team before American Alpha gets belts. Because it's like we've seen the Usos, they started as heels. They're a flagship tag team in the division. Now they're heels again. And it's just like I would just feel it's not their time to get the belts back. I mean, this is a fresh flavor.
I feel you, bro.
Team
I feel
Rhino
you, man.
and Slater.
I feel you, man. Dave, tell you what, bro. We gotta take a couple more calls. Cause we're trying to wrap this up by 11:30. So we're gonna take a couple more calls. All right, man. Take it easy, all right, brother.
All right.
Peace out, Dave.
Peace out, Dave. Peace out, brother. All right, guys. We're trying to wrap the show by 11:30. We're trying to wrap up the show by 11:30. So we're gonna take some quick rapid calls. If you guys want to call in real quick, you guys have 2 minutes to talk in and give it your thoughts. And again, just
no mercy prediction, like a quick rapid fire no mercy prediction.
Exactly. We'll talk about some TNA talk real quick because Just anything about it. We're not. There's a comment here. I wonder if you still be reporting fall TNA self stories in 2020 when Dixie's
hold
still
on.
owner.
I saw that comment.
Yes, by our favorite TNA fanboy.
Now listen.
We're not saying. Go on. I think.
No. Granted, has the TNA cell stories been accurate yet? Obviously not. But we'll see what happens.
Exactly. 661, you're on the air.
What up? It's Jeff, a.k.a. the Unit Gamer. How's it going?
Oh,
Chilling,
Jesus.
Jeff, how you
what's
been,
going on?
bro?
Nothing much, man. Just enjoying the show. It's pretty good so far.
Hey, brother, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
It helps when we don't wear pants, but go ahead.
Exactly. Helping your free balling right now, but yeah. So what's up, Jeff?
Yeah, not much. I wanted to talk about the whole WWE possibly buying the TNA video library and Billy Corgan just buying TNA.
All right.
You think it's going to happen?
I think it should happen, definitely, and I think it is a strong possibility. And I see it as a win-win.
I agree.
Because it's a win for WWE because they get more content for the WWE network. And then Billy Corgan can buy TNA and rebrand it, rename it, get rid of that god-awful name that stupid, juvenile brain, dim-witted moron Vince fucking Russo came up with.
Tits ass, bro. Now, bro. I gotta tell you, bro. Bro, you gotta understand this, bro. I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding.
But Jeff, I thought you had an
bro,
autograph.
you need to get laid, bro.
I thought you had like an autographed version of Vince Russo's shoot DVD, like that you like went to sleep with every night. I thought that's how it worked.
No, I don't have anything autographed by Vince Russo yet.
I'm totally.
I
Busting
have
your
a
balls.
feeling someone's gonna find. I have a feeling someone's gonna bust my balls and send that shit my way.
I'm tempted.
I'm tempted now.
I'm tempted.
I'm tempted now. I'm tempted, honestly,
Yeah,
for you to do. You do an unboxing and then just destroy with your samurai swords and shit like that.
But
So good.
Jeff,
cook
I
with
wear
it.
my samurai armor that I made too. Well, I'll destroy it.
Jeff, who do you think's walking out of No Mercy? Do you think we're gonna any major title changes or any major upsets? Do you think Ziggles is out?
Honestly, I think that all the belts will. Actually, no. I think Dolph Ziggler will win the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't think his career will end just yet. I don't know. It's just some kind of feeling I have. I think that Heath Slater and Rhino will keep the tag team titles,
All right.
as well as I think Becky Lynch will keep the women's SmackDown Championship. As far as the WWE Championship is concerned, I don't see John Cena winning it for a 16th time. I mean, it could possibly happen. And then I don't know what will happen if that one happens. Like,
Yeah.
well, I know a lot of pissed off internet fans will be bitching and
Complaining
complaining
right.
about that.
I agree with that, dude.
But-
Totally agree.
Yeah. But no, I think it'll probably stay on AJ Styles. He's definitely a good heel in the company. It wouldn't really make sense to take the belt off him just yet.
All right. Fair enough.
Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. Hey, do you got anything else you got for us, Jeff?
What's up?
Anything else you got for me, bro? Talk to me.
Oh man, just like I'm really looking forward to No Mercy this Sunday, just to watch it and whatnot. But yeah, I didn't watch TNA Bound for Glory at all.
I can imagine.
But I mean, I saw your review of it, and I thought it was pretty good. How you gave your honest thoughts of it.
I mean,
But
that's the thing about it. You have to just you think about me. I'll be honest with it, you know, because I feel like a time when you talk about TNA, and again, I said this before and I'll say it again. Their product has improved leaps and bounds. From the in-ring, from a talent perspective. Granted, the roster right now looks better than it was years ago. Granted, you're not going to compare this to the class that was, you know, AJ, Daniels, Kazarian, Joe, Eric Young. You kind of get the idea. By no means. You know what I mean? But when it comes down to it, is their management, and again, that's pretty much it. And not for nothing is, well, not everyone, but the ignorant, delusional TNA mecha fuckboy fan base that think that they can't do no wrong. It's like Dixie Carter can fucking insult a handicap. Oh, but she can't do no wrong. You know what
I've seen that. I've seen those blind, loyal followers in many things. Like, so what was it? I called a band out on their bullshit because when they had to replace their bass player, they had their new bass player play backstage. He was not allowed to play on stage with the band because they were still grieving over the death of their other bass player, which was like I don't know how many years ago at the time. And I pretty much called the band out on their bullshit, saying, that's not right. He's now your new bass player. He should play on stage with the band. I don't care if you're still not over Paul's death or not.
I hear you, dude. Well, I'll tell you what, dude. We're gonna go on.
But yeah, and then here comes the loyal fans of this band sending me death threats and talking all this shit about why I don't know what I'm talking about. It's like, it's annoying as shit, honestly. You can't be a blind, loyal butt puppet. You sometimes got to call people out on their bullshit, no matter how much of a fan you are of them.
I hear you, dude. I hear you. Well, I'll tell you what, Jeff. We're going to wrap up the show soon, dude. So thank you for calling in, my man, all right?
All right, cool, no problem.
Take it easy,
Jeff.
Take it easy, Jeff.
Later.
All right. Well, I'll tell you guys what, things are going on right now, and I honestly got to take a leak. I know Connor has to hop off in just a little bit too. And yeah, we're going to wrap up this show now. We thank you all tonight for tuning in live. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Again, this podcast will be available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, SoundCloud, Google Play Music for downloading purposes as well. We'll be back next week, hopefully. We'll keep you guys posted. But thank you all tonight for tuning in live. If you stood through this whole stream, put in the chat. You watched it all or something. I don't know, something like that. But again, guys, we'll be back next week. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button. Follow the TEAMHEEL Podcast on Twitter at TEAMHEEL Podcast. Check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/TEAMHEEL Podcast. Just search TEAMHEEL Podcast in the search bar. You'll see us there. If you want to go the extra mile to support this podcast and this channel, head over to Patreon. Become a patron today and get yourself some cool rewards and perks in the process. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. If you're new to this channel, which you are right now, I'm assuming you're not, hit that subscribe button. Take it away, Connor.
Of course, you can subscribe to me over at youtube.com/okfaber. Follow me on the Twitter at okfabe, and of course, check out the onewrestling.com team over there where I do SmackDown reviews. I will be doing a No Mercy review for both my channel and One Wrestling. And if you guys are following me on channel on the Facebooks, you might know that I posted a somewhat cryptic tweet about January 6th, 2017. And I'm not going to say what it is, but just keep your eyes and ears peeled.
All right. What do you want, bro? Man, the Wrestling Bear just gave me a note. See, the Wrestling Bear went to Bound for Glory. He's really coming back writing me in napkins. You see what happens when you go to TNA show? You see what happens, bro? This is what he writes, and I quote, follow me on Twitter at WrestlingBear_. And by the way, P.S. Leave Michael Corbin at _Michael Corbin bear emojis on Twitter and hashtag #OhBear, yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. We'll be back next week for more. Thank you all for tuning in live. And with that being said, we are going to pretty much play the music. Rowdy like Janis Cities, guys. Good night, everyone.
This is a Chucky Beat production.